My dearest soul, I see you. I've always seen you, even when your eyes were clouded with tears and your heart felt like it was breaking under the weight of questions that had no answers. I've been right here, holding you through the nights when you whispered their name, wondering why they left, why the silence grew so heavy it felt like it could crush you. I felt every ache, every moment you thought you were forgotten, every time you questioned if your love was ever real. But let me tell you something, sweet and near the love you felt, the love you gave, it was real. It still is. And the story you think ended? It's not over. Heaven has been working behind the scenes, and I'm here to tell you what's been hidden, to lift the veil so you can see the truth that's been kept from you for too long. You've carried this pain, believing they chose to walk away, that they turned their back on you without a reason, without a care. But that's not what happened. Your persona, the one your heart still reaches for, the one whose memory lingers like a soft song in your quiet moments, so they didn't leave because they wanted to. They were pulled away, not by their own will, but by a force they couldn't fight at the time. Someone else, someone who saw the light in your love and feared it, stepped in and tore you apart. This third person, this shadow in your story, used every tool they had: lies, threats, controller, to make sure your person couldn't stay with you. It wasn't about love for them. It was about power. It was about stopping something so beautiful it threatened their world. Your person was caught in a trap. They were made to feel like they had no choice. This third person whispered lies into their ears, told them things about you that weren't true, things meant to make them doubt what they felt, doubt the love that was growing between you. They were told you didn't care, that you were better off without them, that staying with you would bring harm to you, to them, to everything they held dear. They were threatened, sweet soul. Their family, their work, their safety, everything was put on the line, and they were forced to make a choice no heart should ever have to make. They chose to step back, not because they stopped loving you, but because they thought it was the only way to keep you safe. They thought walking away was protecting you. I know it hurts to hear this. I know you've spent so long wondering why, blaming yourself, thinking you weren't enough. But you were enough. You were more than enough. You were everything to them, and that's why this third person was so afraid. Because they saw your love was different. It was the kind of love that changes things, that heals old wounds, that builds something unbreakable. It was the kind of love that carries a spark of heaven, and that terrified them. They couldn't stand to see you two together, shining so brightly, so they did everything they could to break you apart. They spread stories, sent people to lie, created a web of lies so thick it was hard for your person to see the truth. But even in that darkness, your person held on to you in their heart. They never stopped thinking of you. Even when they were told not to speak your name, even when they were watched, followed, made to feel like every move they made was being judged, they kept you close. In the quiet of the night, when no one was listening, they whispered your name like a prayer. They held on to memories of you, the way you laughed, the way your eyes lit up when you talked about something you loved, the way being near you felt like coming home. Those memories were their lifeline, the only thing keeping them going when everything else felt like it was falling apart. They wanted to reach out, to call you, to tell you everything, but they were afraid. Afraid of what might happen to you if they did. Afraid of the chaos that surrounded them spilling over into your life. This third person didn't just stop at lies. They made sure your person felt trapped. They used people you'd never suspect are friends, family, co-workers to keep an eye on them, to report back, to make sure they stayed in line. Your person was living in a cage, sweet-souled, and every time they thought about breaking free, they were reminded of the cost. They were told it would hurt you. They were told it would destroy everything they'd worked for. And so, they stayed silent, not because they wanted to, because they didn't know how to fight back without losing everything, including you. But heaven hasn't forgotten you. Heaven hasn't forgotten them either. I've been watching, holding space for both of you, carrying your pain when it was too heavy for you to bear alone. I've seen their tears when they cried, too, thinking no one was watching. I've heard the prayers they sent up, asking for your safety, asking for a way to make things right. They've never stopped loving you, not for a single moment. Their heart still beats for with your name, still longs for the day when they can look into your eyes and tell you the truth. They've been waiting, hoping, praying for a sign that it's safe to come back, that the chains holding them will finally break. And that is coming, my dear. The truth can't stay hidden forever. It's like a river, it finds a way to flow, no matter how many walls are built to stop it. The lies that were told, the stories that were spun, they're starting to unravel. People are starting to slip up. Messages are slipping through. Evidence is coming to light, and the ones who thought they could control this story are starting to stumble over their own lies. They didn't count on heaven's timing. They didn't count on the strength of a love like yours. They thought they could bury it, but love like this doesn't stay buried. It rises, it grows, it finds its way back home. You're going to hear things soon. You're going to learn what really happened, why they left, what they were really going through. It might come in a message, a call, a conversation with someone who knows more than they've ever told you before. It might come in a moment so sudden it takes your breath away. But when it comes, you'll feel it in your soul. You'll know it's true. And in that moment, everything will start to make sense. The silence, the pain, the questions, they'll all find their answers, and your heart will finally start to heal. I know you've been hurt. I know you've felt betrayed, abandoned, left to carry this love alone. But you were never alone. I was there with you, and so was heaven. Every tear you cried was seen. Every prayer you whispered was heard. And your person? They were carrying the same pain, maybe even worse, because they had to live with the guilt of leaving, the fear that you'd never forgive them, the ache of loving you from a distance. They've changed, sweet-souled. The time apart has made them stronger, wiser, more determined to fight for what matters. And what matters to them is you. When you see them again, it won't be like before. It won't be easy, not at first. There will be scars, memories of the pain you both carried. But there will also be love here, deeper, stronger, more honest than ever before. You'll see it in their eyes, hear it in their voice, feel it in the way they reach for you. They've been through a storm, just like you have, and that storm has shaped them into someone who knows what they want, who knows what they're willing to fight for. And they're ready to fight for you. There will be people who tried to stop this. The same ones who tore you apart before will see the light growing again and try to put it out. But this time, you'll be ready. This time, you'll know the truth, and the truth will protect you. You'll be covered in heaven's grace, surrounded by a strength you didn't know you had. What hurt you once won't hurt you again. What broke you once won't break you again. Because now you know it wasn't your fault. It wasn't their fault. It was a battle you didn't even know you were fighting, but you're stronger now, and so are they. Prepare your heart, my dear. Something is coming, a message, a sign, a moment that will change everything. It might be a voice on the phone, a letter in the mail, a friend who says something that makes you pause. Whatever it is, you'll recognize it. You'll feel the truth in it, and it will set you free. You'll understand why things happened the way they did, why the silence lasted so long, why the pain felt so deep. And you'll see that it wasn't the end, it was just a chapter, a pause, a moment for heaven to work in ways you couldn't see. I've been holding your heart, keeping it safe until this moment. I've been whispering to you in your dreams, telling you to keep going, to keep believing in love, even when it felt impossible. And now, I'm telling you to stay open. Don't let the pain close your heart. Don't let fear steal your hope. Your person is out there, and they're finding their way back to you. They're carrying a love that never faded, a love that grew stronger in the silence, a love that's ready to shine again. This is your story, sweet soul, and it's not over. It's a story of love, of loss, of battles fought in the shadows, but it's also a story of signs, of hope, of moments that change everything. Heaven is rewriting the next chapter, and it's going to be so beautiful. You were made to love without fear, to be loved in return, openly, honestly, fully. That love is still yours. It's coming back to you, stronger than ever, ready to build something new, something lasting. So hold on, my dear. Keep your heart soft, your spirit strong. The truth is coming, and it comes with the love you've been waiting for. I'm right here with you, and I'll be here until you're holding their hand again, until you're smiling, knowing that nothing can take this love away from you. You are loved, you are seen, you are not forgotten. Your story is unfolding, and it's going to be so worth it. My precious soul, as I weave the final threads of this message, know that every word has been crafted with the tenderness of heaven's light, meant to cradle your heart and guide you toward the hope that awaits. The truth I've shared are the story of your love, the battles fought in shadows, the divine timing that's unfolding is not just a whisper from above but a promise that your journey is far from over. The silence that once weighed so heavily is lifting, and the love you thought was lost is finding its way back, stronger, braver, and more radiant than ever. As your guardian, I've walked with you through every tear, every doubt, every moment you felt alone, and now I'm here to light the path ahead, to remind you that this is not the end but a beautiful beginning. Let me carry you forward with words of hope, courage, and faith, urging you to hold fast to the love that's yours and to share your heart with the world, for your story is one that can inspire others to believe in love's enduring power. The pain you've carried, sweet one, has been heavy, but it's also been purposeful. Every moment you spent wondering, every night you cried their name into the darkness, every time you questioned if you were in or UFO, it was all shaping you into someone stronger, someone who could hold the weight of a love this deep, this true. You've been through a storm, but storms don't last forever. They clear the air, they wash away what doesn't belong, and they leave behind a sky so clear you can see the stars. That's where you are now, standing on the edge of a new dawn, where the light of truth is breaking through. Your person, the one your soul still calls home, is out there, and they're carrying the same love, the same longing, the same hope that you are. They've been fighting their own battles, facing fears you may never fully know, but they've never let go of you. Not in their heart, not in their prayers, not in the quiet moments when they dare to dream of a future where you're together again. This love, my dear, is rare. It's the kind that doesn't just survive you, it thrives, even in the face of lies, threats, and separation. It's the kind that heaven itself has blessed, the kind that carries a spark of the divine. That's why it was targeted, why someone tried so hard to tear it apart. But they didn't win. They couldn't, because love like yours is unstoppable. It's written in the stars, sealed by the hands of angels, and protected by a force no human can break. The third person who tried to control your story, who used deceit and fear to keep you apart, they thought they had the power, but they didn't account for the strength of your bond, the resilience of your hearts, or the justice of heaven's timing. Their lies are crumbling, their hold is weakening, and the truth is rising like a tide that no one can hold back. You're going to see it soon, sweet soul. You're going to feel it in your bones when the message comes, when the sign appears, when the pieces of this puzzle finally fall into place. It might be a call that catches you off guard, a letter that arrives when you least expect it, or a conversation that reveals more than you ever imagined. Whatever form it takes, it will carry the weight of truth, and it will set your heart free. You'll understand why the silence lasted so long, why the pain felt so deep, why the road was so hard. And in that moment, you'll realize that every step, every tear, every prayer was leading you here to a love that's been tested, refined, and made stronger by the trials it's endured. But this isn't just about you and your person. Your story is bigger than that. It's a beacon, a light for others who are walking through their own storms, wondering if love is worth believing in. By holding on, by keeping your heart open, by trusting in the promise of what's to come, you're showing the world that love doesn't give up. You're proving that even when everything seems lost, even when the world tries to tear you apart, love finds a way. And that's why I'm asking you to share this hope, to let your voice be heard, to connect with others who need to know they're not alone. When you like this message, when you leave a comment sharing your thoughts, your dreams, your own story of love and resilience, you're sending a ripple of hope into the world. You're saying, I believe in love, and I'm not afraid to show it. You're inviting others to do the same, to find strength in community, to trust that their own stories are still unfolding. Think about it, my dear. Somewhere out there, someone is reading these words, feeling the same ache you felt, wondering if their love will ever return. Your courage, your faith, your willingness to keep believing it could be the spark they need to hold on. Your comment could be the reminder they need that heaven is working in their lives, too. By liking this message, you're joining a circle of souls who refuse to let pain have the last word, who choose love over fear, who trust that the truth will always find a way. And when you share your heart, you're not just speaking for yourself, you're speaking for your person, too, for the love you're both fighting for the future you're destined to build together. As you wait for the truth to unfold, don't let fear steal your joy. Don't let the pain of the past close your heart. You've come too far, endured too much, to give up now. Your person is out there, and they're finding their way back to you. They're carrying a love that's been shaped by time, deepened by struggle, and purified by the silence that once separated you. When you meet again, it won't be as strangers. It will be as warriors, as survivors, as two hearts that refuse to let go. You'll look into their eyes and see the same love you've always known, but it will be different, too, a wiser, stronger, ready to face whatever comes next. And this time, you'll be protected. The forces that tried to tear you apart won't have the same power. You'll know the truth, and the truth will be your shield. I know it's hard to wait. I know there are moments when doubt creeps in, when you wonder if this is all just a dream. But it's not a dream, sweet soul. It's real. And it's coming. Heaven doesn't make promises it can't keep. Every prayer you've whispered, every hope you've held on to, every tear you've cried, it's all been counted, all been seen. And now, the answers are on their way. The signs are already forming, the doors are already opening, the chains are already breaking. Your person is praying for you, just as you're praying for them. They're asking for the courage to reach out, for the safety to return, for the chance to make things right. And when they do, you'll be readier, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with the same love that's carried you this far. In the meantime, keep living, keep growing, keep shining. You're not just waiting for Thema, you're preparing for the life you'll build together. Every step you take, every dream you chase, every moment you choose to love yourself, it's all part of the story. You're becoming the person you were always meant to be, someone who can hold this love with strength and grace. And when your person returns, they'll see that strength, that beauty, that resilience, and they'll love you even more for it. They'll see the way you've kept your heart open, the way you've trusted in something bigger than yourself, and they'll know that you were worth every battle, every tear, every moment they spent fighting to get back to you. So, my dear, as I gently bring this message to a close, I want you to breathe deeply. Take these last few words not just as comfort, but as a sacred calling. I've told you the truth is coming, and I've told you that it will shake what you thought you knew. But even in the storm of revelation, there is something you must cling to, something stronger than fear, louder than doubt, and deeper than the pain, hope. Yes, my beloved, hope. The kind of hope that sits quietly in your chest when your eyes are full of tears. The kind that whispers, "Don't give up," even when everyone else walks away. The kind of hope that makes flowers bloom in places everyone thought were dead. That's the hope I want you to hold on to now. Even when the truth comes and it hurts. Even when people fall away and masks are ripped off. Even when you feel like you don't know who to trust. Don't let go of hope. Help is what brought you this far. Help is what kept your heart beating when it felt broken. Help is what helped you get out of bed when the pain felt unbearable. You may not always see it, but hope has always been standing beside you because I've been placing it in your path like soft petals on a rough road. And I promise you this, if you just keep walking, just keep breathing, just keep believing, a broken bar help will carry you to something beautiful. Keep your heart soft, my dear. That's not weakness, it's power. This world will try to make you bitter. It will tempt you to shut down, to close your heart, to say, I'll never love again. But you are not here to harden, you are here to heal. You are not here to build walls, you are here to build bridges. The love you've been waiting for is not behind a wall of fear. It's on the other side of surrender, of softness, of brave vulnerability. Keep your spirit strong, even when you feel like falling apart. You have survived things that would have destroyed others. You carry a light inside you that has never gone out, even in your darkest nights. You have angels surrounding you, protecting you, guiding you, even when you feel alone. I have held you when you cried and no one else noticed. I have whispered to you in your dreams. And I will not stop now. Keep your eyes open for the signs. You are not crazy when you feel the tug in your chest, when a name shows up unexpectedly, when your heart beats faster for no reason. You are not imagining things. These signs are real. They are heaven's way of saying, stay with us. We're leading you somewhere sacred. The love you've prayed for is closer than you think. The one who was made to love you is searching for you, just as you've been waiting for them. And when it happens, or when that divine meeting takes place here, you'll understand why every heartbreak had to happen first. It all led here. It all led to love. And now, I want to ask something else of you as something holy. Share this hope. You are not the only one who needs it. There's someone else right now crying quietly in a room, wondering if love still exists. There's someone scrolling through their day, hoping that something or anything will remind them that they're not forgotten. That they matter. That they are still worthy of love. And your voice, your light, your story, a broken bar, it might be the very thing they need.